Okay, hello. Don't mind me. I've actually technically already gotten started here. I just hit the wrong button and was recording a video instead of live streaming. So, we haven't gotten too far into things though, so that's good. I was just gonna say my voice is a little bit off. I guess I should start with welcome to the Brother Slim. My name's Cam, and we are halfway through my second ever Kingdom Death campaign. Very exciting stuff. We're on Lantern Year 15, and we are partially into the hunt phase. Originally, I was going to hunt a level 3 frog dog tonight, but I was looking at the toughness. 17 just feels a little bit too high for the weapons that I have available to me right now. And so I decided to hunt the Sunstalker again, but decided to hunt the level 2, which frankly I'm worried about. This is the third time fighting the Sunstalker. Both times at level 1 before. Did not go great, but I did win both. So I'm a little worried, but I think this should be doable. And yeah. Also, if my voice sounds a little bit off, I am recently back from a work trip slash holiday over to Essen-Spiel and a little bit of a tour around Austria, and I came down with the old con crud. Voice is mostly back to normal, but not tippy-toppy. So, we are already up to this stage. We've gotten some pretty good rolls. We're going to be ambushing the monster. We got the portcullis key, which is happy, fun stuff. What's going on? Did that work? Okay, I think that should be good. Maybe. I'm just going to check the internet and see if this is actually working. Okay, looks like it is. I think so, at least. Let's see. Can I get my hand to show up here? I don't know if it's actually working. Oh, no, it is. It's just a little bit delayed. Okay, cool. All right, don't mind me freaking out to see if technology is actually working or not. Where did I leave off? Yes, we got the portcullis key, which we're actually going to be able to use this campaign for sure, which is pretty cool. The reason I know that is because something to do with the Black Knights and winning against the Black Knights has like a secret room that you can get into. So that's going to be fun. We're also going to be ambushing the monster this time, which is great too. And we gained a population as well. So a pretty awesome hunt phase so far. We're also getting a, let's see, random basic resource here too. So let's get that, and we shall get a monster hide. We'll just pop it right up there. Fantastico. Okay, and so now we get to scoot ahead. All right, a 34. 34. Crippling Misery. Doesn't that sound just peachy? Okay. Each survivor rolls 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor, or 2 in case of a tie, becomes a straggler. If any survivor or survivors have an anxiety disorder, they are the straggler. Do not roll. So no one has that. Okay, well, let's do some dice rolls here. We get a 7, a 3 for Whippet, 1. Okay, well, 1's going to be it. Let's get another 1. Good stuff. So DP7 becomes the straggler. So they're lost in a moment of profound self-doubt. They slip, not having the will to catch themselves, and tumble off a steep hill of stone faces. They land awkwardly with a crunch, suffering a broken leg, severe injury. Sobbing to themselves, they come to grips with just how terrible their life is and gain one understanding. Well, that friggin' sucks. Alright, DP7, let's get you the broken leg. Severe injury here. Let's see, severe injury. Yeah, bummer. Okay, broken leg. -1 permanent movement. Brain damage, you don't need to worry about that, but they will gain a bleeding token, which isn't great. Not horrible, mind you, but isn't great. All right, and they do gain an understanding from this. Okay, well, that was fun. Onwards we go. All right, 28. Trollbird. We've had these guys before. Let's see, a reminder of Trollbird. A rumpled, unsightly bird stands in the survivor's paths. Its beady, wet eyes blink expectantly, and it calls out with eerie human chuckles. The survivors may archive one consumable item or gear, offering it to the Trollbird. If any survivor is insane, they must feed the bird if able to. We definitely have insane people, so... Okay, so we do need to feed the bird. All right, well, let's just feed it a acanthus. There we go. Done deal. And that is that. Okay, let's scoot on up to Overwhelming Darkness. We have Song of the Brave now, so that should help. What page is Overwhelming Darkness on? Wonder, do I have you over here? That would be nice. No. Okay, Overwhelming Darkness, where art thou? 147. Okay, Overwhelming Darkness. All survivors must determine their paths. Okay. So I think most people should have 3+ courage. Maltese does not. Oh, Whippet doesn't either. Interesting. But we do have the leader. Let's see, leader. Understanding and courage. Okay, so we're probably going to do leader here to get more people safe. All right, so let's put, not too worried about Maltese. Whippet's much more important survivor. So let's get Whippet on, everyone's gonna be on Path of the Brave except Maltese, who is not insane. So that's gonna be Path of the Doomed, which isn't great, but let's do that first. So Maltese, Path of the Doomed, rolling a d10. That's correct. Getting a 5. You choke on the atmosphere. It leaves you sick and unbalanced. You lose monster level survival. It's 2 survival. 1, 2. And a -1 evasion. I mean, not the worst. Well, that's for sure. All right, DP7, Path of the Brave. 2. You punch yourself in the face to chase away any doubt. Gain a -1 accuracy token. There we go. So it does have an accuracy. Nice, that is there. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right, next up. Getting a 4 on the dice. This is for Old Yeller. Massive whale swims overhead. Gain a -1 evasion token. There we go. And everyone else gains a survival. So Maltese goes back up to 7, and I think that's probably going to be it, because I don't believe anyone else can go over 8. Yeah. Alrighty, Roo. And then we have Whippet. Getting a 7. Lantern held high, you cut a path through the darkness, suffer 1 event damage to the arms. Going down to 6 there. Not too shabby there either. Okay, that was not too bad at all. So that scoots us over to our last place, which is going to be herb gathering. What page is herb gathering on? Herb gathering 129. This is one of my favorite spreads. Just the creepy plants are really cool. Okay, so let's grab another dice up there. Did I just grab? Let's push back there. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 dice per person, and everyone gains a survival here, which means Maltese is back up to 8. Here we go. And we're also going to be adding 10 to this roll too. So let's see. Awesome. So that is 21. That's a scratch. 10, so 32. And one last roll. 12. 44, 49, 59 in total. That is pretty good. 59. So 2 fresh acanthus and a random vermin resource. Huzzah! Let's grab that little vermin decnet too. We get the Lonely Ant. Archive this to swap your insanity and survival values. Interesting. So we'll pop that up there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Actually, you know what? Let's just vermin, lonely ant. There we go. Now we can put it back. And then 2 fresh acanthus. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, well, that went pretty good. It was a solid hunt phase all in all. Put that down over yonder. And now we get to ambush the monster. So, level 2 is pretty similar to level 1 as far as what this guy's going to be doing. The only change is living shadows. So basically, whenever his solar flare or its solar flare track goes off, we summon minions to the board. So I was reading about this fight, and the level 1 apparently doesn't usually have that many minions. I've had quite a few every single time, so I feel like I'm pretty well prepared in that regard. What I'm a little bit more worried about, though, is the increased damage and speed. Not so much the speed, because he doesn't hit that well. He's got 4 up space. But the extra damage, especially when it's combined with the solar track, too. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, there we go. We'll put this down there. Get the monster on the board. Zoom out this camera a whole bunch. There we go. And tuck this back a little bit further. Okay. That should be all set. Those are all good there too. All right, as far as the traits, we'll read through them really quick. Just gonna make sure that that is focused there too. Nice. All right, so Living Shadows we just read to do the solar flare. Shadows and Darkness, that's summoning the shades in the darkness spots. Light and Shadow. Oh, the sundial. Sundial is supposed to be right there. All right, so Light and Shadow basically cast shadows and solar energy. Yep. Okay, let's jump into this. We have salt and stone columns. So we're ambushing him, which is pretty cool, but he's also really far away. But we get to move first, which is a net positive for sure. We don't have a ton of range stuff, so how do we want to maximize our first turn here? I'm kind of tempted to go with Whip It, maybe. Okay, just gonna look at these shadows really quick. All right, so this means the way we have it right now with the arrow facing off the board to the right means the shadows are on the right of everything. So casting shadows in front of all the survivors and in front of these obstacles too. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we could do that. I kind of want to move with. Yeah, let's start with the person that's going to be sprinting to the end here, which is not going to be Whippet, but it's going to be Maltese, who has movement 5. Does anyone have movement 6? No. Let's go though. So movement 5. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Oops. Yeah, 8, 9, 10. Let's see. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. To there. And then do we want to try to get a wound? Why not? Let's try to do it. So we're going to attack with Maltese here. Maltese has a few ranged weapons, and we're going to go in with the acid bomb. So it'll be 1 dice, hitting on a 6 up. Getting a 9. That is good stuff. I don't think Maltese has anything to increase her perfect hits. No. But we do hit. So, oh, and before I forget, we're also able to look at the top 5 AI cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the reason we're able to do this was from one of the hunt events. I don't know if it's one I had actually seen before, but it's pretty cool. So we have a shimmering atmosphere. When this comes into play, draw an AI. Atmosphere shimmers with brilliance. Light reflects off darkness in a dazzling display of colors. So that just increases the solar stuff. Violet bubble. So perform basic action, and then stuff happens when these are discarded. This one's speed, that's pretty gross. Sun stare, so basic action. Cosmic roar. Okay, you know what? I think we're going to keep it the way it is right now. Okay, so drawing a hit location from this first attack. Engulf in light, light speed, rotate the sundial clockwise until the attacker is in the light. So they're just got to rotate it once and they'll be in the light no matter what. So there we go, rotated once. If that isn't possible, the monster angrily shrieks. Unless they are deaf, the attacker suffers damage. So discard this card without attempting to wound. So we've got rid of that, but we weren't able to wound. That's okay, though. Do we want to surge? I don't really think so. So next up, let's see who to go with next. DP7 can only move 4. And doesn't have any ranged or anything, so we might just go with them. Yeah, let's do it. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Maltese is gone. Old Yeller. Okay, so where is the shadows? The shadows are down. Let's see. What would make the most sense here? So... So we'd have to surge to be able to do that, I think. If you get up to there, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so he actually could get into... Interesting. Very, very interesting. That'd have to be surging to attack, though. Which does have pretty good strength. Only be 2 attacks hitting on 6s, though. Which is not as amazing as I would like. So what makes the more sense? Attack with them? Probably attack with them, yeah. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to there. And then they're going to block. Next up, we're going to dash with Whippet up here. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up to there. They're going to spend their action to give their scythe 5 range. And then they're going to surge Let's see. Whip it down to 7. And I forgot about everyone dashing, so all Yeller. Nope, you didn't dash. Maltese, you did dash, so you are down to 7 also. Okay, Whip it. So we have 2 dice here. I wonder if we want to do anything special for this. Let's see. Specialization, so that would be only on crits, and that's irrelevant right now too. So let's see. If we get 2 6 up, I will be a happy camper. Fuck me. Pardon my language. The last time that I fought this guy, this was my dice rolls was just hot garbage the whole time. So just a quick little moment of trauma there. All right. Well, that is that. We could dash and surge if we want to. Would that actually have any value for us? Let's see, that would be 2 survival, which we probably want to keep, so I don't think so. Let's go to its turn, and we already know what's going to happen. And we thought we'd be able to do at least 1 wound, but we were unable to. So let's draw it. Shimmering Atmosphere. When this comes into play, draw an AI. Okay. This is just a trait. Gross. Okay. So that is in play, meaning it's always going to be +1 solar energy, which means we're going to take extra damage. I think we got this one before, and you know what? I'm going to retcon because I misunderstood what this card was, and I do not want this. So I am going to go Surge and Dash, spending 2 survival to do so. This is a gamble because there's a chance that he just runs away from me too. We'll go here because we have... No, we will go there. All right, so let's see. With Old Yeller, that is going to be 3 dice hitting on 5s. Yeah, that's 1. Let's see what we connect with. Cosmic Stock Nipple. So there's a reflex, but let's see. So, need a 12. So a 5. Oh my god. Oh no. I'm worried this is going to turn into the exact same fight I had last time with just horrendous dice rolls. All right, so that was a waste, and now we have Shimmering Atmosphere trait is in play. The only very mild silver lining with that is it's now in play. It's technically a wound also, so there's that at least. Okay, well, what you're actually going to do is it's going to draw AI and do Cosmic Roar. Intimidate all survivors. Everyone with less than 6 courage, which I think is going to be maybe everybody. We'll take a look, though. Courage 4, 1, 4, and 2. So yes, gains monster level insanity and knockback 12. So 2 insanity. One, 2. Come on, they're up. What you doing? 2, 19. And then whip it up to 6. Oh, knockback 12 directly towards a starting board edge. Ugh. Yeah, starting board edge is a really big bummer, actually. So 1, 2, 3. We're just gonna get all the way back to there, all the way back to there, back to there, and we'll say back up to there. Okay. So they don't need Collide with the Monster. There's that at least, and then that is now on the solar track. Okay. Well, I mean, at least it's our turn again, and we're exactly where we started, which really, really stinks. Actually, we'll just stay there. Okay, so solar track is still facing the same way. I wonder what makes the most sense. So that guy can only move 4, so he's basically gonna be useless unless he dashes, but even then. All right, let's go with our range person first. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're once again going to So Maltese, down another survival. Going to attack, hitting on a 6-up. No. Okay. Now what makes the most sense? So we've got, well, block didn't really do anything there. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna block. This guy's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 up to there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Burning through the survival on Whippets, already down to 5. But fingers crossed, this will be worth it. We'll see. Okay, 1 hit. That's better than nothing. Let's see what we connect with. Brilliant Mouth, the death blow. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to be critting on, I believe, a 7. That's not going to be wounds. Yeah, this is so hunt phase was great. Start of the fight has not been though. Okay, well, let's just go right into the monster's turn. So, Sun Stare. The monster pauses, its eyes widening in an unpleasant size. Closest threat field of view in range. Intimidate target. Closest threat. So we've already dashed, so we can't do anything there. Oh, it's actually kind of gross one. Okay, we will actually dash with them just to get adjacent, because then they're going to be the target now instead. All right. And so that was all the other down to 5. So the target feels the gaze of the sun burning into their being. They suffer 5 brain damage and are knocked down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't really care about that. That's not too bad. They suffer. Oh, so this is going to be 2 damage that ignores armor at every hit location. Yeah, that is gross. Okay, and then that goes on to the solar track. Nasty, nasty, nasty. All right, that's the end of its turn at least. I think we're gonna start with. Who do we want to start with? 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't really do anything, so they're probably gonna have to dash. The monster doesn't give any shade. That's maybe okay though. Okay, I think first things first, we're gonna go with, oh no, they would be out of the sun if they move there. And we want them to be in the shade. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. All right, we're gonna start with Whippets. They are going to surge, give themselves range. 2 dice, hitting on 6s. Yeah, that's 1 hit. We connect with the Sun Shark Snout. So the failure. So we need a 7 up to crit. Nice. So we do crit. Fantastic. Gain a random Sunstalker resource, and we connect with a brain root. Very, very interesting. The strands of the root are strong and elastic. The meat on top is useless. We'll put that up there. Chunks of gore fly into the air, casting a momentary shadow. You are in darkness until the end of the attack. Oh, that's fun. Okay, we are. We surged already, so that's done. But we've done a wound. Huzzah! All right. Well, with that done, they're going to move. So they can move 5. You go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. We're going to encourage with our support, which gets us some fancy, cool stuff because of their gear. I can't actually read this. Let's see. Encourage affects all knockdown survivors. When you encourage, all affected survivors gain a deflect token, so that is pretty awesome. Anything else here too? When you depart, gain 3 survival. So the deflect token is awesome. So we're going to encourage. Going down to 5 survival. This person is going to stand up. Good stuff. And let's see, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to there. Dashing, dashing, dashing. We have all these people in shadows now, which is pretty great. Just before I forget, we'll use this blue token as the deflect for Old Yeller. And do I want to? This might be a risk, but I think I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to continue with Maltese's turn. So Maltese, first things first, is going to attack with the Sunspot Darts. We have 4 dice, which should be hitting on 7s. Okay, so we get... What just happened there? Reconnection. This is also as an aside, I got a new computer, which is fantastic. And this is the first stream on the new setup and trying to make sure everything's working as it should be. So there's been a few times where I'm like, oh, what's going on here? That was just me being like, did it just say OBS disconnected? But it looks like we're okay. So let's bring that window back up here and get survival. Oh, you know what? They could have moved first too. Let's see. So it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, yeah, that's fine. They're going to stay where they are for now. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do that. We'll go up to 4 there. This is, once again, this is a bit of a risk, but hopefully it pays off. So the 2 hits means 2 survival. So we'll grab 2 for Maltese. And 2 for everyone else. So DP7's already at 8. They're topped up. No, that's not true. They would have had to surge, so they're topped up now. That's Maltese. Old Yeller's back up to 7. And Whippet is also back up to 7. Huzzah! So we get 2 hits. I wonder if we'll be able to actually wound anything here. So we get Boiling Mirage Tentacle and Brilliant Sunshark Belly. So first strike, Impervious. You attack an image projected onto a sheet of water. Archive any soluble gear in your gear grid. If you are in light, the water flash boils. Oh, dang. So we are in light. Suffer, so that's going to be 3. That's going to be 5, 6 damage. Then move the monster 2 spaces directly away from the attacker. Ah, balls. That 2 spaces is annoying, actually. So 1, 2. Dang, that's annoying. So I kind of screwed myself, but it's okay. All right, so 6 damage. Let's see where I get 6 damage to the body. So we still have 1. Ouch. All right, so we still are in range though, so that's nice. So we can try to wound with this. How much strength do we have with this? I think it's 6. This is, oops, Whippet. That's the wrong person. Okay, not Old Yeller. Maltese. Oof. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. Ouchie kibbles. Okay. But with Maltese here, 6. So we need a 6 up to do a wound. Oh, we crit! Fantastic. The monster vomits a torrent of fluorescent colors on you. Gain the priority target token. All survivors ignore first strike until the end of the attack. Okay, so, I mean, it's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but it is a thing. All right, so there is our first wound card there. Goodness. Okay. So that's done. They're not going to be able to attack, but Old Yeller is. So we'll jump in with Old Yeller. This is going to be 3 dice hitting on 5s. It's only going to be 1 hit. Fertility Clasper. You strike a strangely shaped appendage. Alrighty, Roo. So we're wounding on a 5. 9 is definitely wound. Good stuff. We are going to surge and do this again. So 3 dice. Don't think I put an extra speed. Just gonna double check. Or I do, and that's why it's 3. Okay, so 3 dice hitting on 5s. Just the 1 hit again. Brilliant Sun Shark Chest. All right, so we're not in the light, so we don't need to worry about the -5. That is good. So hitting on winning on 5. Exactly what we need. Good stuff. And we've done another wound gone. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. This is a bit of a better turn. Not amazing, mind you, but it is better. All right. We're going to dash with Maltese. I should have done this earlier, but we'll do it now. That's fine. And then going 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the statue there. Okay, and that, I think, is going to be our turn, unless there's anything that DP7 can do, which I don't think is the case. Yeah, not with those. I guess they can block, so we shall block with DP7. All right, back to the monster's turn. But of course. Oh, you know what? One sec. This is, technically speaking, this is a little gamey, but I'm going to give it to me. I'm going to do it. Instead of blocking, I'm going to do hit location scouting. This is, this is giving myself a bit of a mulligan when I don't necessarily know if I fully deserve it, but I'm going to take it. Playing this game for fun. This is the first game back in a couple weeks. I'll take the mulligan. So what we're going to do is Rawhide Headband, look at the top 2 AI, and get to pick which ones. So red light, green light, or oversaturation. We are going to go with red light, green light on top. Okay, and red light, green light. So a soft green light fills the atmosphere. There is a flow here, so we could move if we need to. A harsh red light fills the atmosphere. All survivors in light suffer sunlight plus monster level damage. Rotate the sundial 90 degrees. Okay, so everyone in light suffers monster level damage. So that's going to be 2 folks. All right, well, let's see. I guess we're just going to stay where we are for it. So harsh red light fills the atmosphere. All survivors suffer, in this case, it's going to be 2, 3, 5 damage. So we'll do Whip It first. Excuse me. Whip It's going to get 5 damage to the body. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then also is Maltese. 5 damage to the body. That's all I've rolled so far. Oh, which is like the worst one in this case. So that's going to be knocked down and rolling on the Happy Happy Fun table of doom. I'm not going to roll that dice. Let's roll this one. Nine. That is something at least. 9 for the body. Collapsed lung. You can't catch your breath. Gave it a -1 movement token and a bleeding token. We shall accept that now for sure. So there we go. And a -1 movement token. Could be much worse. All right. Onwards with this card. Where did it get to? Red light, green light. Soft green light fills the atmosphere. And then we have a... We've got a flow before that if we want to. Harsh red light fill. So this is also going to be facing this way now. And so let's see. Let's go boom and boom boom. So that'll be, let's see, not Maltese. Maltese is fine. DP7, down to survival, and also Whip It down a survival. There we go. Another harsh red light. So all servers in light suffer 5 damage, which is only going to be our tank. Let's see where Old Yeller gets it. The body. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And rotate the sundial 90 degrees. Boom, boom, boom. And that is going to proc Solar Flare. So let's look at Solar Flare. Perform the following steps. All survivors in the light, which unfortunately is freaking everybody now. Maybe I should have calculated this a little bit better. With that in mind, suffer monster level plus 2 damage and are knocked down. Let's see. Would this work? They were knocked down from... Okay, good. They're able to get up at the end of this turn. So that actually is kind of awesome. Alright, so that's going to be 3 damage to everybody. And then these cards get put in the AI discard. 3 damage to everyone. Let's just go make it nice and easy. We'll start with DP7. The boots! Finally not the body. Yay. Oopsies. 1, 2, 3. Maltese. The body. Damn it. Okay, well, let's roll here. Getting a 6 on the Happy Happy Fun table of Dune. And a 6 here is going to be disavowed. Movement is reduced to 1. Okay, well, that's fun. And a bleeding token. There we go. Okay. Old Yeller to the waist. 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Whip it, last but not least. Also the freaking body. Oh my goodness, down to 0. 1, 2, 3. So I know that the body's the most common, but oh my god. Okay. So we're able to get up with one person. These 3 are knocked down, but I'm just gonna leave them up because we're gonna get them up in just a sec here. So what's pretty freaking awesome is with that new Earl armor that we have, Encourage affects everybody, and it's gonna give everyone a deflect token, which is pretty fucking wild. Pardon my language. Okay, so let's see here. This is going to be Maltese down to 5. Everyone else is up, and everyone gets deflect tokens. So I'm going to stack 2 just so we know that Old Yeller's got 2. And then we'll use a red and a black for the other guys. Cool, cool, cool. Whippet is then, not Whippet, sorry. Maltese is going to use their action to break the salt, gaining a salt strange resource. Let's add that now before I forget. Up to 3 salts. Good stuff, good stuff. They are going to move 1, because they only have 1 move the rest of the fight, which is Poopy. However, so where is the light now? The light is facing that way. So let's see how we want to do this. I think we'll go with DP7 first here. Actually, what's the range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the range on Maltese here? Four. Okay, so yeah, out of range for Maltese. So yeah, let's go with DP7. DP7 is going to go 1, 2 up to there and make an attack. And I think we're probably going to activate Fated Blow, but we don't need to right this moment. We can decide to do it after we hit. Okay, which is going to be 4 dice hitting on 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on 5s. So that's 2 hits. Let's see what we connect with. 1 and 2. Oh, Vomit Kaleidoscope. We get the trap. God damn it. That's unfortunate. Especially since it's good power vomit on everybody. And I think everyone gets knocked back too. Okay, no, that's a plus at least. But everyone's gonna get black blood, which is less good. Okay, so power vomit. Archive destructible terrain in the vomit, so that's gonna be none, but just barely. Okay. Suffers monster level plus 2 to 2 hit locations. Okay, so. So it's going to be 4 damage to 2 hit locations. All right, well, let's do this. So DP7 for starters is going to get it both to the head both times. And that was 8, I think. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. They're knocked down. And so now we need to roll on a happy, happy, fun table of doom. Okay, getting a 9. That's got to be pretty good, right? Where did the heck want to get to? Head. Shattered jaw. You no longer encourage, which is a bummer because he had the leader fighting arts. And I think a bleeding token. Shattered jaw. Okay, bleeding's already there. Nice. Okay, well, I mean, that could have been worse, could have been better. It would have been really nice not to get them both to the head. All right, and then next up we'll do Old Yeller. Head and the waist, so that should be, let me just double check, I think it's 4 damage apiece. Yep. Head and the waist, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Bugger. Heavy injury. Happy, happy, fun table of doom on the waist for Old Yeller. Getting an 8. Slashed back. Gain a bleeding token. It's a bleeding token that we also cannot remove. Okay, well, I mean, that could have been worse for sure, and we're not knocked down or anything either, so at least there's that. And he's knocked down from the... Oh, no, he's also knocked down from doing the row there. All right, and then last but not least, we have Whippet. Oh, those are the wrong dice. Waist and body for Whippet. One, two, three, 4. All right, Whippet, what is going to happen to you on the body here? Getting an 8. Broken rib, -1 permanent speed. And a bleeding token. Guess I should probably just do it. Severe injuries, broken rib. And speed is -1, which it's kind of annoying because I think that just means he only gets 1 attack now. Yeah. Damn it. That's annoying. Okay, well, I mean, that could have been worse. Could have been way better, though, too. That is for sure. All right, well, let's shuffle this deck. It does have black blood. Yes. Okay. Okay, application deck is nice and shuffled. We're now going to go with our buddy old pal, Whippet. I forgot he does have the frog goggles that are in place, so we are able to take a look at what's on top. So we have the legendary card, which we knew was there. I'd forgotten about it, though, and then light bending. Okay. So let's see. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 up to there. We're in the shadow, which is good. We only have one dice to hit, and we need a 6 out. Get a perfect hit. That is nice. I don't think a perfect hit is going to do anything for us, but let us see. Alrighty, so first strike. We have, I think, 7 strength. Let's just double check that. Yes, we need a 5 up to wound. Oh, we just miss. All right, well, we're definitely going to surge. Hitting on a 6 up. Oh, exactly what we need. What do we connect with? Just needing a... Ooh, nice. We actually crit. Fantastic. So what do we get with the crit? Gain a random Sunstalker resource. Cycloid scales. Very cool. Your attack separates a squirmy appendage from the monster. Persistent injury. Severed tentacle. Cool. So we have a persistent injury in play. Okay, there we go. Awesome. That is good. And we get to do a wound there, which gets rid of the legendary card. That is nice. That was a good turn. We needed that. Okay, so we've already encouraged. Is it worth encouraging? No, because they've already gone. They're down, and they're also in the light anyways. Are we worried about being in the light right now? Or do we just want to get up and try to make some hits? Let's get up, because we could actually get out of light. So we're going to encourage on Whippet, going down to 4 survival. Whippet is going to get them up. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to there, being in shadows, and attack with 3 dice, hitting on 5s. Again, that's 2 hits, and we're going to connect with Fertility Clasper and Brilliant Tentacle. Okay, so this failure. Let's do Fertility Clasper first. How much strength do we have here? With Old Yeller, so wounding on a 5. No. Okay. Then also on a 5. We'll get to you. Perfect. We do another wound. Huzzah. There we go. There we go. All right, and then we'll just scoot up that 1 point to there. Okay, let's surge, because heck yes. Going down to 5 survival. And 3 dice hitting on 5s. Nice, that's 3 whole hits. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we have a light speed and first strike. So Engulf and Light's gonna have to be first. Then those basically look the same. So we'll do Engulf and Light. Rotate the sundial clockwise until the attacker is in the light. That's annoying. That's annoying for sure. So rotate clockwise until we're in the light. We just need to do the 1. If that isn't possible, yeah, so it is possible. It's done. Discard that. And then if you're in the light, suffer 1 damage to 1 hit location, or to 2 hit locations, and then move the monster 1 space away from the attacker. Okay, so this would be the same. All right, so this is 1 damage to 2 hit locations. Let's just do that. Body and waste for Old Yeller. So body goes down to 1, and we're going to use a Fresh Canthus and get this all the way back up to 6. Oops. And then this would be 2 damage, so down to 4. Just because I don't want to risk making a roll there on the Happy Fun Table of Doom. I'm just going to go 1 space away. There we go, but we can still try to hit it. So on a 5 up. Nice, we do another wound. Okay, so we're in the light again, meaning we're going to take 2 more damage to random places. or actually just 1 damage. I messed that up, so that would just be 5 instead of that. And that's going to be body and hands. Body's down to 0, and hands are down to 5. And then it's going to scoot back, being out of range, which is too bad. But we did a wound, so there is that at least. Alrighty, Roo. So it's going to be the monster's turn. Let's see what it's going to do here. Tentacle Whip, furthest survivor in range. Technically speaking, in darkness. Do we have anyone in darkness? No, we don't. Closest survivor. Nice. That will be our tank. All right, move and attack. 3 speed is actually going to be 4 speed. And there we go. Accuracy on Old Yeller. This is going to help us because he's got a bunch of evasion, 4 evasion. So hitting on 8s. Oh my goodness, that's still 3 hits. Okay, so 3 hits on Old Yeller. So that's the head, the body, and the head. Don't love that, especially when it's going to be 3 damage apiece. Oof. You know what? I mean, like, yeah, this isn't a deadly attack, but also don't really want to be knocked back 12'd and bashed and bleeded. The bash wouldn't matter, but we would be bleeded. Bled, I should say. So we're going to spend both the deflects, and we're also going to dodge. Just so we don't need to take any of those hits. Deflect tokens are freaking awesome. Oops, Severed Tentacle. 1 sec. All adjacent survivors are sprayed with ink. They gain a bleeding token, and is that what we have in play? Yes, it is. Okay, so... Okay, Severed Tentacle happens regardless. So everyone in melee gains a bleeding token, which they won't be able to get rid of. Okay, so up to 2 bleed for DP7. Maltese is fine. Old Yeller, it's up there, but does gain a survival, which I forgot to give to DP. Who's back up to 8. Old Yeller Whippet is up to 2 and back up to 5 survival. And it's our turn. Huzzah. All right. I think I'm going to dash up here. Let's go 1, 2. Then we're going to loot that, gaining another salt. This being Old Yeller to Maltese. So there we go. Storage. Strange. Salt is up to 4. They're going to encourage, but I guess we don't need to encourage right this second. So we'll hold off the encourage for now, and we're probably going to encourage after. But for starters, the sun is facing that way. So let's go 1, 2. They're going to block, and we're going to attack with Whippet. Alrighty, Whippet. So you only have 1 speed right now, which really stinks. 1 speed hitting on 6. That's not going to do it. We're going to Surge, getting a 7. We connect with the Brilliant Mouth. This is the death blow. So we're not attacking the light, which is good. So we wound on a... wound. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, wow. I wonder if they're able to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that wouldn't actually help. Okay, well, they're going to stay put. Old Yeller is going to dash, going to here. So this is going to be spending a survival. Down to 4. DP7. So I would have had to have surged actually on Maltese. So going down to 3. DP7 is now up with a second token. Deflect token, that is. Okay, and so we're not in light. That is good. We have 4 dice that we get to swing in on. 3 or 4 at least. Let's just double check. 4. 4 is a lot. It's a little risky, but let's do it. So we're hitting on 5s. 2 hits. You know what? I'm fine with just getting the 2. We do not want that trap coming back. So Brilliant Sunshark Chest and Prismatic Gill. So we have a fail response and a wound response, which isn't great. Let's do the Brilliant Sunshark Chest. We're going to do the Fated Blow on this. So we get to do an extra wound as long as we do connect. And 9 strength, so we just need a 3 up. Oh, we crit, fantastic. The monster's nervous system stutters for a moment. The attacker gains +1 courage. All survivors ignore first strike until the end of the attack. All right, DP7, +1 courage. Boom, boom, boom. We love to see it. And we do 2 wounds. There we go. All right, and 3 up. So we do a wound. It would have been nicer to crit this one, but that is okay. All survivors within, in this case, 3 spaces suffer bash, 2 damage, and knockback 12. Gross. Okay, well, within 3 spaces, bash, 2 damage, and knockback 12. So that's going to be all of them. Knockback 12. Gross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and 2 of them are immune to bash at least, which is nice. It's just, well, 2 of them will get knocked down actually. All right, and then 2 damage apiece here. Okay, so DP7, 2 damage. 2 damage to the boots. We'll take it. So that is 1 and 2. And then next up we have Nut Maltese. We got Old Yeller. 2 damage to the boots. We'll take that as well. 1, 2. And then Whip It to the hands. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, that is going to be the end of our turn because there's nothing else that we can really do right now. So what do we get? We get a Dazzling Beam. Furthest survivor adjacent to a survivor. Okay, well that is easy. Attack targets and all other survivors in the blast zone. Okay, well, we are going to dash to prevent this from hitting other people. So all the other going down to 3 survival, and then they're able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gets them just out of range of everyone else here. So attack target and all other survivors in the blast zone. This cannot be dodged. So 1 speed becomes 2, hitting on 7s. That'll be 1 hit. 3, 5 damage. Ouch. Okay, let's see where this connects with the body, but of course, so we're going to spend another Acanthus here. I think it actually be it's 5. And then get all the other's body back up to 6, so it'd be +1. Ouch. Gross. Gross indeed. And that gets put up on that track there. Well, at this point in time, because we have these cards up here, if we're able to do 3, 4 wounds this turn, we would win. 4 wounds is a bit of a stretch considering we're really far away, and that person can only move 8. Let's see, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so they're not going to be able to attack, which is too bad. Let's see, but everyone else should be able to. 8 wounds for, let's see, what is it? 4 wounds is, is kind of a tall order, though. Who knows, though? We shall see. So I think first things first, let's go with our buddy back here. So they are going to encourage getting these two up, which also gets them more deflect tokens, which is pretty awesome. There we go. So 3 deflect tokens there, and we have 2 there. Awesome, awesome. So they're up, and this person can move 1. And so we are going to try to swing in with the acid bomb. So we have 1 dice hitting on 6 plus. Ooh, getting a perfect hit. That would discard a mood if there was one in play, but there is not. Still cool though, nonetheless. And we connect with the prismatic handed fin. Okay, so I do believe we will be wounding on a 5. Oh, a 2. That like hit a spot where it didn't roll, which is kind of annoying. All right, well, we don't wound, so there's no wound reaction at least, but that's still a bummer. I don't think we moved, so we're going to scoot that 1 spot over there. Alrighty, Roo. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can get there. That is good. We're in the light though, which is a bummer. But I guess we don't really have a choice right now. So let's see. We will swing in with our 1 speed, hitting on 6. Getting a 5 won't cut it. We'll surge, getting an 8, which will cut it. There we go. And Brilliant Sunshark Belly. If attacking from the light, suffer -5 strength. So we are in the light, -5 strength. Means we're only going to have, I think, 2 strength, meaning we would need a natural 10 on the dice. But we crit on, I believe, a 7. So let's see if we can get a 7 up. No, we don't even wound. So failure. The monster shrieks, causing colors to flicker. All survivors in the light suffer monster level +1 brain damage. So in the light is everybody. All right, so 2 brain damage. Assess swipe function's not really working too good tonight. It's 1, 2. Hold the other down to 12. Whip it. There we go. Okay, yeah, that was a little rough for sure. All right, well. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's going to be a dash together. Going down to 2. And then we have our 3 dice hitting on 5s. Oh, damn. 3 hits. Fingers crossed, no trap. 1, 2, and 3. All right, first strike, impervious, and first strike. So there's a failure there. You're in the light. Well, let's do this. All right, so we'll have to do it this way. So Boiling Mirage Tentacle, first strike, impervious. We don't need to worry about the thing in the light because we are not in the light, so we still roll to hit. I don't think we can actually do anything because it's impervious. So we'll get rid of that. Sunshark Snout. So we need a 5 up. Stupid card. That would have been a crit too. Damn it. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. This attack gains a bunch of damage. Okay, so basic action targeting the attacker. Luckily, it's targeting our tank. So 4 speeds hitting on 8s. So 2. 4. Nice, not a single hit. That is great to me, especially since we get to avoid the knockback because of that too. All right. So that one is done. And then we have Cosmic Stock Nipple. So wounding on 5. Getting an 8, that is indeed a wound. So we'll shuffle this discard pile up here. There we go. All right, reflex. If the monster turn the monster to face the attacker. If they are in darkness, rotate the sundial 90 degrees clockwise. Done. Okay, there we are. So we've got to be extremely close to the trap at this point. Because we don't have many hit locations left to do there. All right, so this guy is just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to dash, actually, going 1, 2, 3, 4 up to there. And that was with DP7, so down to 7 survival. I wish I kept one range weapon on them. It would have been useful, but that's okay. I regret the decision that I made before. But it's already made, and it's far too late to retcon that one. All right, well, it is going to be the monster's turn. DP7 could... Yeah, let's see. They are going to hit location scout, or AI scout. So we're going to see we have red light, green light, and cosmic roar. Oh, man. I really don't want to get the knockback 12. So I think we're going to take red light, green light. Monster's turn. It's going to draw red light, green light. A soft green light fills the atmosphere. I am just going to look something up really quick, because I've got an idea. This might be a gamble, and it might not actually work. But let's see. Hesitations, they give a sort of opportunity to use survival actions. Survival actions. So, I've never done this, and I feel like this is a gamble, but we're going to try. I've got 2 people that could surge and attack. Is that necessarily smart? I'm not sure. But right now, I only need to do 2 wounds and I would win. So, I think I'm going to do that, because we've got this card drawn, and we have all of these flows. So, usually, I think the intention here is to be able to use the flows to try to get in different lights, but I'm going to not do that. Okay, let's see here. Clockwise, so that would not help. All right, so we've got one person in shadow right now, so let's surge and attack with them first. That's going to be Whip It. Down to 3 survival. Hitting on a 6-up. 9-9, baby. Nice. All right, and so we crit on a 7, which would be awesome. Oh, that 4 is killing me. And a 4 doesn't do a wound either. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. Okay. That we can do. All right. So 4 speed, 3 and 4. How much evasion does Whip It have? 2. So hitting on 6s. Just the 1, which we're going to use one of our tokens here and just block. Okay, and then that is done. Well, let's go ahead and do that exact same thing with Old Yeller here. Going down to 1 survival. 3 dice, hitting on 5s. 3 hits. The trap's got to be so close here, too. 2 and last one. Ooh. 2. Okay. All right, light speed. Rotate sundial clockwise until the attacker is in the light. So they are in the light now. And then discard that without attempting to wound. I dislike that one. All right, so we don't have any of the other annoying ones here. So let's see, we've got a reflex. Knockback 12. Well, let's do this one first then. Okay, so wounding on a 5. We do wound. The monster turns to face you, its gaze locking with yours. Within it, you see tiny swirling lights amidst an endless darkness. You cannot comprehend it and suffer the frenzy brain trauma. Okay, frenzy brain trauma. I need a quick reminder on frenzy. 1d5 insanity. Okay, that'll be 1 insanity when you get back to it. A speed token and a strength token. Okay, so we have a temporary speed and a temporary strength. There we go, and ink heart. Ah, balls. Just a 1, that sucks. Okay, reflex. Attacker is... I've hit this, like, crease, I think 2 or 3 times this game, and every single time the dice just basically hasn't rolled. I need to not roll it there anymore. Alright, attacker is sprayed with projectile ink and suffers 4 damage and knockback 12. If the space they were in is now unoccupied, place a shade. Okay, that'll be our first shade on the board. So 4 damage to the hands of Old Yeller. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang it. If we got that, that would have been victory. That's too dang bad. Okay. Knockback 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we have a shade. So I'll put that shade right there. Okay. And that is that. So red light, green light. Let's have you in play here. You know what? We have one more person that can surge, and we're going to do it. And that's going to be this person over here. They're going to surge and try to do an attack with acid. We also have 2 cards in the hit location deck, so 50-50 chance it's the trap. All right, so hitting on a 6-up. Nice. And we connect with light bending first strike. Okay, we're going to be okay here. That is good. All right, so on a 5-up, we win. We win in the cheekiest fashion. Unreal. Okay, that went pretty good. It was a slow, frustrating start, even with the ambush, or us being able to ambush the monster, but all in all, that went pretty good. I think it was probably the smoothest fight I've had with this thing yet, actually. Famous last words in case I misplayed something, and I did give myself a decently big mulligan, but I think it was worthwhile. So let's clean up this board because it is a disaster zone right now. By the way, just in case anyone's wondering, the reason why I was trying to kill it before the end of this turn and using the flows to do so was it's got 2 out of 3 cards on the solar flare, meaning these cards were going to get back into the discard, meaning I'd have to do more wounds. And so it was kind of a risk versus reward where if I could do those 2 wounds, I would be able to win early, or rather than having to keep the fight going. So it worked out. Very, very good stuff. So let's get this stuff out of the way. Put that there, put you there, get all these traits and stuff, and also with the trap right at the very bottom. Phew! Oh, I did just realize I did misplay one thing for sure. I forgot about the new trait, which was every time that it does the solar flare, I was supposed to spawn shade. So one mess up there for sure. Decently big one too, but that's okay. I think it only had 1 or 2 solar flares. And while, yes, that ultimately would have changed the fight a decent amount, I don't think it would have ultimately changed it a huge amount. So we'll go with it and try to remember for next time. I think I'm bad for that though. When there's if it's like a new level fight and it's mostly the same, but there's only like one or two new cards, definitely guilty of mucking that up more than once. That's for sure. Okay, so let's put you there. Get rid of these guys. Cool, 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 cool. All right, sweet. Let's put the monster out up and the way. Put these guys out of the way too. Because I have broken a couple survivor minis by not moving them far enough away when I got into the settling phase. Put that there, that little guy there. And let's see what we get. So level 2 Sunstalker is pretty exciting. Each survivor who's defeated one of our shades gains a courage. We did not defeat any shades this time, but that's all right. So level 2, 4 basic. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6 Sunstalker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do the basic ones first. We get a skull, a perfect organ, a perfect hide, and a monster hide. Cool stuff. And for the Sunshark ones, we get Sunshark blubber. When inflated with air, this blubber gently floats. Huge sun teeth. These tough but light teeth are made from hundreds of thin layers of bone separated by rows of dicot stems. Cycloid scales, extremely reflective and colorful. Shadow tentacles. No one's blind, so that's good. We can keep it. More scales, and a shadow ink gland. The ink can be used to paint shadows that vanish in lantern light. Cool, cool, cool. So we got quite a few goodies here. Let's go ahead and just take a moment to... Oh, actually, we get a strange resource. The 1,000-year sun spot. What is the 1,000-year sunspot? So it is a bone and an organ. When you craft with this and nominate a survivor, they suffer the blind severe injury from working with this resource. Interesting. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's do strange first. 1,000-year sunspot. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do the basic ones first here. So we got 2 hides, a perfect organ, and perfect hide. Got a lot of perfect resources, and then the skull. Can't forget that. Okay, and blubber, teeth, scales, 3 scales. That's kind of awesome. Sunstalker. 1, 2, 3. Another huge sun teeth. Sun shark blubber. Shadow tentacles. Where art thou? And what was that last one? The oh, there's actually 2. Shadow ink gland and brain root. Cool, cool, cool. So that is the fight completed. Let's check out our timeline here. No stories. That is good. I guess first things first, before we do that, let's see here. So DP7 was able to get a wound with the axe, a proficiency earned, good stuff. Maltese didn't attack with any weapons with specialties. Old Yeller did not get it. Whippet did. And complete showdown. DP7 achieved age 2, Whippet achieved age 1. Awesome. All right, let's do age first. I guess technically speaking, I'll be doing the events first. So let's go and do 7th event. Heat Wave. I don't think Heat Wave is a great one. It is impossibly hot. Any returning survivors with heavy or fur gear have heat stroke and may not depart this lantern year. Lingering effects prevent science and education endeavors. If you depart with heavy gear and your gear good, set your survival to 0. Okay. Superheated beverage, permanent strength. Breathe fumes. Yeah, I don't think we're going to bother with any of those. If we have any extra, we might do find fluid. But otherwise, not really too concerned with the rest of them. So let's look at age. 107. Age. Alrighty. So DP7 is going to be age 2. So we'll do them first. Getting a 5. So a random fighting art for DP7. Do you have on that thing? You do. Nice. So let's see. And is there a fighting art that we wanted to get here? So already have Unbreakable, already had Faded Blow. I guess we could go for Champions Right, which was a pretty good one. And then that is also on here too. So let's do it. Let's get Champions Right. We can't encourage anymore, so let's get rid of Leader, I think. Or are we really worried about Unbreakable? No, Leader's pretty awesome, but we can't encourage. We can't get rid of that one either, so yeah, let's get rid of Leader. Champions, right. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. So that is DP7. Come on, let's go. Why aren't you swiping? Oh yeah, because I am back here in the settlement phase. All right, so age 1. We've already got the proficiency based on this character being the child of other people, so we're good there. And let's see. Getting 220s, getting a 20 would be amazing. Extremely unlikely, but you never know. Not too far off, getting a 17. So permanent accuracy. You know what? We'll take it. Also wouldn't mind a speed, but looks like there's no speed on there. Permanent accuracy. There we go. Sweet. Okay. That is that done. All right. What do we want to do? So Skyroof Sanctuary, we're going to be making some stuff for sure. Can't remember if I made a bone pickaxe or not. Throne, maybe. Stone Circle, no. Skittery, no. Westcrafter, no. I think we're good on Organ Grinder. Weapon Crafter, we're good there too. Leatherworking, we're good as well. Unless we wanted to go for another set of leather, but I don't think we want to right now. I would be curious about... Let's see, Weapon Crafter, where art thou? Scrap Scavenge, Scrap Smelting. Might see about Scrap Smelting. Okay, so what can I make? The Sky Reef Sanctuary. So I don't actually have any of these. I think I just added some because I was curious about um, doing a little kind of theory crafting about what kind of gear I could do. So Sunshark bow. I'm tempted by the Sunshark bow, but at the same time, I don't have anyone that uses bows, and I'm pretty happy with who I've got so far. Oh, I need 2,000 year sunspots. That's too bad. Let's see, do we get one or two? Pretty sure it was just one, but we'll double check. Yeah, we just get the one. So that means we need to fight this thing twice if we want to do that. What about the Denticle Axe, though? Where's that at? We can make the Denticle Axe. When attacking from the blind spots, the attack gains 2 strength, and the first successful wound attack gains a devastating 1, which would be pretty freaking sweet. That in comparison to DP7, who has Mighty Bone Axe is pretty good, but I think that is definitely an upgrade. I think I'm going to prioritize making the armor first, though. And also, as an aside, too, I might take this offline and take a little bit more time to craft. Then, let's see. That's pretty easily done there. What about you? Huge sun teeth, salt, and a broken lantern. So we have one more set of scales. What do the shoes need? Scales and shadow tentacle. And skirt. Okay, so we will need more scales. So we're going to have to hunting more of these guys, which does not really spark joy, but it is what it is. Small sun teeth. All right, well, which ones do we want? So whenever you spend your move, the scales color shift, gain +1 evasion until your next act. That's pretty cool. Jacket, a potential +1 accuracy. Use Shadow Walk and may move through spaces without causing collision. That's also cool. What about the skirt? You gain survival equal to the number of blue you have. That's pretty cool. You are not a threat until you attack. If you have the priority target, you can remove it. In comparison to, let's see. So the boots is a survival versus the legs that do nothing. Okay, so let's do the hood. Let's do the jacket. I think we're gonna be good there. Let's do the shoes. And we can still make the Dendglax, so let's go ahead and do that. Sweet, DP7 be leveling up here for sure. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so back to storage. Need to do, so let's get rid of a monster hides. Let's get rid of, oh, I don't think I actually added the skull, so we'll get rid of the skull. And then we need to get rid of an organ here too. Okay, so lonely ants does not count there. I mean, feels kind of ridiculous, but I think we'll probably. I want to keep the Sunstalker staff. Sunshark blubber. Is Sunshark blubber used for anything? It does not look like it actually. Oh, actually, the sun, lure, and hook. So it is for something. Okay, so I do want to make that actually. So yeah, this is kind of janky, but we're going to use the perfect organ. And then also using a endeavor. And that is going to let us innovate here. We can draw 4 innovations. Forbidden Dance, 1 per lifetime, permanent movement, perfect gain evasion or gain king step. Partnership, I don't really care for partner. Records, Scholar of Death. Records I also don't really care for. Saga, what are you? New Word survivors have +2 courage, understanding, and 2 hunt experience. We are absolutely going with Saga. That is for sure. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so what was that special innovate? We need 2 scrap, 5 bone. Okay, well, we can't really do that. I'm pretty sure we need to do that to actually get scrap smelting. Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. Just thinking here. Let's see. Sky Harpoon. I think we are going to build you. Done deal. And can we still? Oh, we can. Nice. I don't really want to do that, though. Yeah, I know we're not going to do that. Also, I thought we had more than 5. Weapon crafter, we're not going to do anything with you. Alrighty. Let's see. Is there anything else that we want to do crafting wise? I don't think so with that. Could try to make some more babies. Oh, challenge. With honorable specifically. Drums, not too worried about that. Bloodletting, not worried about that. Mirror omens, not right now. Nightmare training. Storytelling. Scrap smelting. Okay, well, I think we're just gonna go and scrap scavenge then. Because 5 bones, 5 organs, and 2 scrap is a ways away from anything that we could do right now. All right, so let's go ahead and scrap scavenge, going down to 2 endeavors. Getting a 5. Nope, so we'll have to spin a scroll on someone. We'll do this one more time. Nice. Gaining a scrap. which means we can actually craft that thing again. And then I think let's go ahead and do. Let's just go and do that one more time. Nice. Getting another scrap. And what are we going to do here? We are going to craft Skyreef Sanctuary, Sun, Lure, and Hook. Done deal. There we go. All right. And then next fight, we're actually going to be fighting the Black Knight again, which will be interesting. Very interesting. Okay, cool though. That went pretty good. I think one thing I found interesting about this campaign, and it's just the way the monsters that I chose for it, the Sunstalker and Frog Dog both seem very demanding in the fact that like the way they work, you need to fight them a lot. And so I'm kind of in this funny spot where I do really want to fight the level 3 Frog Dog, but I don't think I quite have the strength curve to be able to pull it off. I might, because yeah, we'll see after this fight. But I kind of think the move might be fighting another Sunshark and trying to complete the armor set. So it'll probably be not Sunshark, the Sunstalker. So I'll probably do another level 2 Sunstalker and see how that goes next time. So that'll be happening in about 2 weeks from now. Actually, scratch that. First things first is Black Knight level 2, and then another Sunstalker. So in a perfect world, I'll be able to finish off the Earl armor. But yeah, I definitely feeling a little resource starved. There's a whole bunch of things that I want to make and do that I have not really been able to capitalize on. So we'll see. We shall see about that for sure. But thank you very much for tuning in and kind of dealing with a little bit of jank on this one as I figured out the new computer and also having a bit of a sore throat. But yeah, much love, and we'll